Hey Star-Powered friends, my name is Alejandra Sofia. Thanks for tuning in to Star Power Alchemy YouTube, and I am giving you a Chiron and Aries update and the significance of Chiron moving into the sign of Aries tonight, in the morning at 1:10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on February 18th. So we're about less than 12 hours away from that, and here's the update. Okay, so the significance of Chiron. Chiron is the key. Chiron's glyph is in the shape of a key, and it is the key to our wholeness. And Chiron is the energy body. Chiron is our energy body, our human blueprint energy body, our chakra system rainbow bridge of selfhood, and very magical, quixotic energy Chiron is. And now that it's moving into the sign of Aries for good, for like the next, I think it's 3 years. I haven't checked that yet, but we had an initial wave of it when Chiron went into Aries last year in 2018, from April 16th, 2018 until September 25th. So it's already initiated the impulse of Chiron being in the sign of Aries, which is much different from Pisces. And it's really being this point that we're in, these early degrees of Aries, these early degrees of a sign are really powerful. They're the pure stream. They're the purest of the stream of the sign journey. So if you just like life, you know, everywhere around us, energy is streaming through this fantastic dream world that we are living in flesh and body and bone and breath. And the first few degrees of any sign journey is the purest energy of that particular stream of energy. So archetypal journey. The Aries archetypal journey is about arriving to presence. I believe that so wherever Chiron is, that is the point of healing. That is the point of coming into wholeness, these missing links of our identity as human beings, as we're coming fully into the form, into the flesh, bringing spirit and consciousness fully into this experience that we're each having. And the significance of it is that it is for each one of us to fully come in to the flesh, to fully arrive into our spirit. And what got initiated last year, you know, in conjunction with other planets, in conjunction with the synchronicity of other planetary movements that were happening last year, it is about jolting self-awake. Aries is the communicator. Aries is a live wire energy. It's fire. It's a fire impulse. And it's a cardinal energy. So it's cardinal fire. And so it's literally that within each one of us, a link to our spirit, where we literally have to create willpower, our own willpower. So your Aries life stream in those first few degrees, which is where your energy is streaming through that consciously or unconsciously, whether you have planets in Aries or not, that's what the key issue is. We're having to pump ourselves through by creating. So let me put this in other terms: create, start something and keep going. And to offer, it's very specific to pushing past your limits and your fears and comfort zones. So I want to offer a practice to really initiate and fire up these channels of our first few degrees of Aries, and especially the first degree Aries impulse that Chiron is saying. Basically, wake up your energy body, wake up your energy body. You're the missing link. This is, you know, you accessing your energy body and all the different ways that we can access our power and our authority, our spirit, our consciousness, and clear negative states of emotion. With Chiron going back into Aries, it's going to be at the first degree for, I think, about 3 weeks. I haven't checked that either, but it's about 3 weeks. And I could be wrong about that. But it's going to be traveling back through the first couple of degrees of Aries for these next couple of months. And a practice that I want to offer up to you that I started today, I've already done it, and just keep doing it every single day, because it is about arriving to yourself. It's about hitting your energy body with, wake up, be present, is cold water therapy. I recommend cold water therapy to jolt you awake. So what I did was I took a shower, and I've been listening to a man named Wim Hof. His name is Wim Hof. It's spelled W-I-M, his first name, and Hof, H-O-F. And he's a Dutchman, and he's fantastic, and he's the Iceman, and he's cracked the code of physiology, psychology, and spirituality just through his very simple, awesome experiences in life, and has a tremendous amount of wisdom that he's been offering me personally to crack the code of my physiology. And there we go, cracking the code. So that's part of the Chiron energy, cracking your own code, cracking your own energy body, cracking your own psychology, your physiology, and how that is streaming and weaving through your spirit and consciousness and full-on experience, multidimensional biological experience of being you. Cold water therapy. So 2 things I actually recommend: aerobic exercise and cold water therapy. Now, aerobic exercise is one of the number one things to do to promote neurogenesis. Now, I learned yesterday that exercise, there's different forms of exercise, and, weight training and static exercise, all things that are very beneficial. But the one type of exercise that is the best for our brain, for neurogenesis specifically, is aerobic exercise. So I recommend finding whatever, if you're not already doing any kind of aerobic exercise every day, to start doing something every day aerobically, at least 5 minutes a day, and just get started. And just show yourself 5 minutes a day. You can do anything for 5 minutes a day. Maybe except take cold showers. And it's amazing so I took a cold shower. Now, whatever form it is, like dunking in your jacuzzi or whatever you have available to yourself. But the shower being the primary thing that we all have. It's very common for us to all have our showers available. It's amazing how cold water slows time down. 15 seconds. I was in the shower for 15 seconds, and I felt great. I went in just knowing, I'm like, this is after, listening to people like David Goggins, listening to Wim Hof, and really just getting it through my thick head that it feels good. These are the things that actually feel good for us. But we're so trained to not take cold showers in our culture. And are slinking away from pain and discomfort. So the reason why I think that is the number one thing you can do for yourself that is so easy, and to just start doing it, and do for the next month. Just experiment with it. Like, get in the shower, cold water, 15 seconds, and don't put on the hot water first, and don't finish with the hot water. Just cold shower only, because then you experience the benefits. And there's a couple of things that happen which is part of what I listened to this guy yesterday or 2 nights ago on YouTube, who was recommending cold water therapy and his experience with it, and he talked me into it. And one of the things he talked me into, and what he said that talked me into it, was you stop thinking, because the only thing you can think about is the cold water. You stop overthinking, and I am such an overthinker, and to my detriment, absolutely. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God, that could be an immediate solution. And there it is. All I have to do is get into the cold water. And so that was one of the things that talked me into it. And I feel those 15 seconds were really amazing. And now I got to just keep doing it every day, at least 15 seconds, and then build my stamina. I also went on a 20-minute run. So those are the 2 things that I'm going to start doing, and I'm going to keep going with them. No matter what, I can run for at least 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. I think I'm going to do a minimum of 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Anyway, that's going to be my baseline, and then at least a 15-second cold shower. And so I offer that to you to start something to ignite your fire and to ignite pushing past your comfort zones that bring you into the present moment, that make you stronger, that make you more resilient, that make you have to get out into the elements. I recommend running outside or whatever that aerobic exercise is, because the sensation of our body, our energy body, connecting with nature, the air, the whatever it is, the cold, it's 37 degrees today here in Oregon. It's exhilarating, it's enlivening, and that's what the first few degrees of Aries is. It's something that's enlivening you and flushing your system. So that's my Chiron and Aries update, and it's just to offer you some exercises that are igniting you. And if you're not already doing them or adding more in, but that's what time it is. It's like we're finding links to ourself, and that's the discovery journey with Chiron and Aries, of these links to ourself, these links to our mind body that are bringing us that are going to make us have to wake up to our reality, move beyond convention, move beyond what the common mainstream ideas about how reality works. And this is how, as we're constantly getting new information now these days around neurogenesis and neuroplasticity, the energy body, mind body, connection, consciousness evolution, etc., etc. And so there's a real revolution revving up right now, and there's a real swell revving up and rising. And so, and each one of us is a part of that swell. I'm a part of that swell, and of this wave coming in that's going to sweep the planet, and is sweeping the planet slowly but surely. And I really am a believer in that. I'm a believer. I'm an optimist. I believe that becoming an entrepreneur is what's going to change the planet. Heart-centered entrepreneurs, creating our own willpower, overcoming our challenges, arising and being triumphant, each one of us, and coming into collaboration with each other with, heart-centered ideas, and living a much more healthy lifestyle with a much more independence and sovereignty in beautiful harmonic interdependence with others. So that's what I believe in, and I know, and I'm watching it happen. So I'm very much a believer. I see it, and I know it, and it's in the mandala of the great wheel of astrology. We live in a holistic system, and our ecology. So a little bit about the Virgo moon, just to give you a little bit about that. The Virgo is the ecologist. So you've got to take care of the ecology of you, and Virgo's a skill builder. So, and it's the primary, with the full moon happening right at the same time when Chiron's moving into Aries in Virgo, the highlight is you, your world, your self-care, what you've got to clean out of your diet, what you've got to clean out of your habits. Virgo rules the habits, your own daily habits, and this, igniting new habits that support you in the ways that you want to continue to improve yourself every day in all the ways, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So there we go. This is my Chiron and Aries update as we get to move into a new era tomorrow, February 18th, 2019, with Chiron moving into Aries. Much love. Please subscribe and take care. And I look forward to hearing about it. I look forward to your comments if you feel like sharing, and hearing about your journey through igniting your own spirit fire. Thanks so much. Much love.